Now we are at the natural setting for these two lovely birds. Let's have a look, whether they feel like kissing today. We just saw a one meaningless attempt. Felt more like an attack if you ask me. Will there be any more attempts though? We'll wait and see. They're checking each other out, also checking us out. You know that I prefer not to engage with natural settings of these lovely creatures, but it feels like as though they feel my presence. Oh wow, we just witnessed one more attempt. Almost kissing. Or something else happened we are completely unaware of related to these creatures. You most likely already realized they kept posing for the camera. Are we constantly changing their world? Or is it just they would already be doing what they are doing? Who knows? While you were momentarily distracted, the white one deployed an arsenal of subtle mind games, each more irritating than the last. The bluebird's feathers bristled, the urge to escape in its eyes. And then, at last, it happens. A blur of motion, screams, chaos. As we return to observe the white bird, we find it frozen in a rare moment of indecision. Will it pursue? Will it gloat? Or will it simply stand there, rehearsing its next psychological ambush? The tension is unbearable. Now the white bird, self-styled architect of feathers in the whisper network of the treetops, performs a study in theatrical hesitation. It tilts left, then right, as if consulting an invisible script, pausing between motions so the moment thickens. Once, it reportedly dunked a pebble in a pond to confuse a passing cloud. No confirmed witnesses. Behind it, the bluebird hums a low, oddly triumphant melody about worms or something more existential. Either way, it demands attention. The white bird checks the lens again, shrugs as if posing a question, then fixes a stare that suggests revelation or indigestion. The suspense is deliciously meaningless. Now, the white bird finds you with a single, unnervingly precise look, the kind that registers and files itself under minor miracles. Local lore and 3 people on a park bench insist if a white bird sees you, it means luck. Small, inconvenient luck, like finding exact change or not stepping in last week's mystery puddle. If the bluebird is singing in the background, consider that luck notarized. Its melody is an audible stamp, slightly off-key but impossible to argue with. But luck here has a catch. The favors it grants come threaded with tiny strings. The exact change you find will be missing the one coin you need later. You'll avoid the puddle only to walk into an awkward conversation, or the bus you catch will be the one that makes you late for something oddly important. The white bird tilts its head as if jotting a note in an invisible ledger, then steps left and right, reassessing whether you're worth it. You leave lighter or slightly entangled, but you'll tell the story anyway. Hold on to the receipt. It will be oddly specific. Now we all experience the heaviness of the white bird jumping. We might be able to understand the charm of the blue. Who knows? Then the bluebird steps forward in the soundtrack, not to rescue you, but to distract you. A little melodic sleight of hand that smooths the edges of whatever just happened. Its tune isn't heroic, it's conciliatory. A hum that says this was weird, but let's call it beautiful anyway. The bluebird is all motion and questions, quick hops, short whistles, and constant head bobbing like punctuation made visible. It chatters to the air, clicks, soft trills, an eager tail flick, every move an invitation. See? As the bluebird sings, the white bird suddenly notices you, sharp, startled, as if you've committed some terrible breach of etiquette. How could you do this to her? You don't know what you did, but the look says you did it anyway. The blue keeps singing, unfazed, weaving notes that sound like questions wrapped in jokes. Maybe he's asking where you've been all morning. Another jump from the white bird, now she's swinging. A gentle arc, wings catching the light. And for a moment, we see two birds simply enjoying life. An important note here, whoever came up with 2 birds, 1 stone, has clearly never discussed it with the birds. It's a phrase that makes them cringe. The bluebird, in particular, finds it rather rude, and the white bird pretends not to know what it means, though she absolutely does. Now, at the opposite side of the screen, we spot them in perfect contrast. The blue, bouncing and chatty, tossing quick glances toward the white, as if narrating the fun. The white, calmer now, swinging with an almost smug grace, casting slow blinks that say she might stay here forever. The space between them isn't distance, it's a stage, each bird performing in their own style, both somehow part of the same scene. We now have only the bluebird on the screen, close up, feathers sharp in the light, eyes bright with that restless curiosity. And somehow, this reminds me of the time you carried a cup of coffee across the room, set it down perfectly, and then realized you'd forgotten to take the first sip. Everyone knows that feeling. All the preparation, none of the payoff. Yet somehow it still feels like a small, personal triumph. That's the magic here. The bluebird has that same energy, like he's perpetually mid-triumph, halfway between an idea and the applause. Every head bob, every flick of his tail says, I have something important to tell you, even if the important thing turns out to be a leaf he just noticed. And you believe him, because looking this magnificent makes any story feel true. Checking back to the white bird now, already bored and clearly proud of it. Returning to the magnificent bluebird, we see pruning, not rushed, not nervous, just pruning. There's something oddly relaxing about it. The slow reach, the tiny beak work, the way each feather gets its turn, like a very exclusive spa treatment. Some say birds prune to keep their feathers waterproof. Others say, well, I once heard someone claim it's to impress clouds. I cannot confirm that. To see part 2 of what these lovely creatures will do, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.